Good morning, everyone. This Tuesday morning. It's like 7, what?
15
maybe.
maybe.
And it's already cooking out here.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 100 and feel like temperature of about 110 this afternoon. So we're really trying to get everything done before lunchtime. We're starting now here at the broilers. Going to move them, refill their water, make sure they have cool water for the day, and then Whitney's going to split off and go pack orders, so we're not in the freezer when it's 100 degrees. Benny and I will go feed the pigs and go check on the cows and give them some more mineral, make sure they're okay, go feed the shrimp, and then we'll join up again over at the freezers and finish that up, and then at that point hopefully we'll be done. So
have lunch.
Wish us luck. Yeah, these days are always challenging because this heat is just so oppressive for us and for the animals. So trying to keep everybody comfortable can be challenging, but we're going to do our best. That's all we can do.
All you can do.
So, all right.
Hello, big bull.
Hey, big guy. I have to spray you with some fly spray again, huh?
They're right. He is nice.
Yeah. All right, let's go get them some more of this mineral, because it'll help with these flies. So we use this mineral salt. It's got garlic in it, and instead it's supposed to help with fly control. It's a natural fly repellent, so we're going to try it. We have been trying it and I think it works fairly well. But we also spray the cows down with a mixture of different essential oils.
I smell garlic.
Yeah, you smell it? Pretty
Yeah.
strong. We spray them down with
Smell like garlic.
with some essential oils to help with the flies too. But that only lasts for a few days, and then we gotta spray them again, so they don't really like it.
They get pink eye if flies get in their eyes.
Yeah, remember we had those 2 calves that got pink eye? And they're still recovering right now, so. But yeah, so cows are doing good. They got more grass to graze here. We moved them here yesterday, so they should be fine. Their water's over here, hooked up to a float valve that goes all the way to the top where the barn is. So we just turned that water on. Should fill up here. It's just halfway full, so it should fill up pretty quickly, and then they'll have cold water. They have shade. As the sun moves over, they'll get more shade over here. It's just now in the morning the sun is hitting right there where the shade's supposed to be, so they're kind of huddled underneath the trees here, but as the afternoon progresses they'll get more and more shade, and they have the shade structure there too if they need to go there. So all right, cows are good. Next stop. So Benny,
Yes?
do you have any questions for me about the farm?
Why did you pick Jeeps for your farm vehicle?
Like this one and the other one we use?
Yeah.
Mainly because we had this white one was my first car that I started driving when I turned 16, and so we had it here. We just had to put another transmission in it, and then we started using it, and it was a lot cheaper than those little side-by-side things that you can buy.
Yeah.
And then when we bought the other green Jeep, it was also about a third of the price of a side-by-side, and these are easy to work on when they break. They're pretty light, so they don't have a lot of impact on the pasture.
Yeah.
And we can hold like feed back here. Back there we can do feed.
Yeah.
We've got a passenger seat. We can close these windows if it rains or if it's cold. And yeah.
Also, I got another question.
Yes.
Why do we have shrimp on our farm? Because not a lot of farms in Kentucky have shrimp.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, you know that I raised fish in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of why we started with the shrimp, because I wanted to raise some sort of a aquatic species.
Okay.
So I asked Kentucky State to help me, and we got it set up, and now we have it. So
Okay.
that's a quick little. When we talk about the shrimp in some other video, we'll go more in depth on that.
Okay.
Traffic jam. What's up, big boy? We're leaving it in. No.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh, you're recording. Oh.
Just start whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so with the hot weather coming next week, we're kind of fortunate to have the chickens up here on this ridge here. The grass is really tall. Usually the grass would be too tall for them. I would like to have it mowed or grazed before we move them on to here, but having the tall grass will help keep them a bit more cool next week. It blocks the sun from heating up the soil as much, and they can kind of bury into the grass and stay a bit cooler, as opposed to being on short grass where they're more exposed. So yeah, we'll see how that goes next week.
Okay, go.
Tell me when you're ready.
Whenever you're
Are
ready.
you recording?
I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just wanted to show real quick, this area right here is where we started our, what was it, our second
batch of chickens, yeah.
Chickens. So this was, let's see, 8 weeks ago, 2 months ago, the shelters were here. And you can see it's just covered in red clover everywhere. And that's usually, that's an indication that the soil pH is being stabilized. Clover, red clover and white clover. There's red clover here. All these are red clover, and then here's some white clover. But these are legumes, and they need specific soil conditions to grow. And usually your more acidic soils, so lower pH soils, won't support legumes like this. But as you add nutrients to the soil, you get these to come up, and these are high in protein for cows, and there's a good balance of clover and other grasses here to avoid things like bloat and in our ruminants. But we'll get into that in a different video. But we just wanted to show how well this pasture is recovered after 2 months, and the impact that poultry has on these fields in adding nutrients back to the soil.
There's also some plantain there.
Where?
You see it? Can you find it?
Here?
Yep. That's a longleaf plantain. No, not that one.
That's not that one.
This one. There's so much poison ivy, I don't want to get too close.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here's a longleaf plantain. These are also great for cattle. They contain a lot of essential nutrients and micronutrients that cattle need. So if we can grow these along with chicory, which is over here, this is chicory plant. There's another chicory right here.
They usually have blue
They've got
blooms
blue,
on them,
blue
but
blooms on them. But
these don't.
these, along with plantain, have not only
Oh, there's one. Here's chicory.
provide good nutrients and minerals to the cows when they graze them, but they also have deep tap roots so they can grow when through a drought. When some of these other species don't do very well when it gets dry. These will continue growing in the drought. So it's being flexible and having a variety of different forages in your pastures to be able to deal with different weather conditions, and providing optimal feed for our ruminants, our cows. We don't have sheep anymore, but well, we do, but they're in our backyard.
Pets.
They're not
food.
They're not part of the farm system anymore.
They're retired.
They're retired, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to give a quick little update on that, and it's really fascinating to see this field specifically. We've run poultry on here now for 3 years, and I've never seen this much clover on this field as this year. It's always been mainly fescue dominated and very few clovers when we first started on this farm. And just through adding poultry and grazing animals through here, we haven't added anything. We haven't added any lime, any fertilizer, nothing to this field, and this is what we get. So something what we're doing is working.
Doing something right.
Doing something right. So it's exciting to see how things are changing and improving.
It's incredible.
So I look forward to bringing the cows back to here in a couple, well, probably, yeah, a couple months, 2 months. So, signing off. Good morning, Benny and Andre here. We're out early this morning to move these chickens. It's going to be a hot week this week, so
Very humid.
Very humid already out here. As you can see, the sun is up, but it's a little overcast, so that really helps keeping it a little bit cooler this morning. But we just got done. We've moved 3 of them. We're going to move the last shelter here, but while we move the last one, since we've already shown you how we do all that, I'll put this camera here in the shelter with the birds, the ones we just moved, and have you watch them pick out all the bugs and eat the grass and all that while we move the last one. So enjoy.
Well, we are done moving the chickens, and now my daddy is feeding the chickens and giving them water right now. There he is. So, we're still feeding the chickens right now. Here's the shelters, and here's the 4th shelter. Yeah, like, I don't know if you can see, but my daddy's over there at the shelter. He's feeding them, and he's gonna feed all the other chickens at the other shelters. See you in a little bit.
Okay, Benny, just tell me where to go. Keep coming?
Yeah. Keep forward. Stop. Go back a little.
There?
Tiny bit this way. Stop.
You mean to help you? Got it? Good job.
Got it on there.
Nice. Good job. There you go.
Okay, we hooked up the trailer. Hold on. And that's for the water for the chickens.
Let's go.
No wait, no. There's the trailer. We're moving it behind the chickens. Remember that now.
All right, I'm gonna do a little check a little thing off the list real quick. I changed the oil in our box truck last week, but I got the wrong size oil filter. So I put the old one back in and drove it to farmer's market, and now I got the new one in, and I'm gonna take the old one out, put the new filter in real quick. So I'll take you along for that. So this truck has a Mercedes-Benz diesel in it. These specific Freightliner trucks come with either the Mercedes-Benz, the Cat diesel, or the Cummins diesel. This one has the Mercedes-Benz motor in it. Yeah, it's pretty low mileage. Only has 130,000 miles on it, so it can still hopefully get us by for a while. But let's show you where the filter is. The filter housing sits right here. Take that off, put the new filter in, and then it should be done. Since we already have new oil in here, I don't have to worry about dropping in more oil. So. Of course, the socket is slipping now, so this is the one I used last time, but now it's slipping. So I'm gonna see if I can find something else to use over there. Yeah, it's already stupid hot out here, but see if we can get this done. Got it. Get the gloves on first. I don't want to get oil all over my hands. Now I could probably use this thing to loosen it more. There it is. So there's the old one. It's just the cartridge filter. It pops out. Set that down there for now. And then it has this rubber O-ring here. You just need to pop out. Put that over here. See if we can find something to wipe this down with. Alright, here's the new filter. Make sure it's the right size, yep. So, we've got the new filter, and here's the new O-ring. So, it just slides over here. In that groove. And then this new filter pops in here, like so, ready to go. Let's put that back in the truck. Okay, well, Should be tight enough. All right, that's all there is to it. This truck has been a very nice purchase. We bought it, gosh, when was it? 2019 or 2020, I think. And I barely was able to drive it home. It had, the brakes were all shot except for one. One was working. I think it was the right rear was working. But everything else, like the steering shaft was rusted. None of the brakes worked. It was driving, which was good. It overheated on the way down, so I had to add some more coolant to here. But we got it home, and then yeah, I YouTubed on how to do air brakes on these trucks and bought the parts and redid all the air brakes on it, and had to do some stuff to the refrigeration unit up there. Had to replace a expansion valve and some fan motors, but besides all that, it's been really a very nice truck to have, and it's a nice backup in case a freezer goes down. And it's nice to have space where we can load all our freezers in the box, and then we use the liftgate to bring them down at farmers market. So but yeah, another thing checked off the list. The next thing is I need to replace the thermostat in this Jeep, so we'll do that next. Alright, so here's our next project. Parked the Jeep under the tree here because it's really hot out here, but we got to replace the thermostat on this thing, which sits right here underneath this housing. Requires taking these two hoses off, disconnecting this thing, taking this bolt out. There's another one down there, and then this comes out, and we're going to replace this thing, which is the thermostat for this thing. This Jeep is having issues with overheating quite a bit, so we're going to try to replace that and see if that helps. So let's give it a shot. Okay, that one's off. Spilled a little bit of coolant on that one, but it's okay. Just add a little bit more when we put it all back together. Okay. I believe it's only 2 bolts, so. I just rebuilt this engine about a year ago. Full rebuild on it. New everything really. Took the whole thing out, rebored the cylinders, new rings. Yeah, everything's new. So I'm a little bit confused as to why I'm having issues with this thermostat, but it could be the thermostat that's defective. It could also be that there's still some air trapped in the system. I did the whole coolant burping thing, but quite a few times actually, and yeah, it's still overheating, so I have to keep driving it with the heat on to try to expel some heat. And we're going to try this and see if this makes a difference. There's the old one. It's stuck open. That's weird. The surface should still be pretty clean from having it rebuilt, so I'm not too worried about cleaning it off too well. It should be fairly clean. There's the new gasket. I'm glad I got a new gasket. I was debating on whether I should, and I think I made the right call. Yeah, that goes in there. all lined up here. All these tight corners are working on these cars. Got it set where it needs to go. Now we can tighten this up. This Jeep here is what I started driving when I turned 16. So it holds a lot of sort of sentimental value to me, I guess. But since then, I've gotten a different transmission. I've rebuilt the whole engine, welded a lot of things back together on this thing. So now it's just our trusty old farm Jeep, and yeah, it works well. It's nice to have a vehicle to get around the farm in. We've looked at the side-by-sides, but those things are just too expensive for what they are. You know, we can get our other Jeep we bought from a dealership up in Cincinnati, also a used one, but we could get it for a third of the price than a side-by-side. It basically serves the same function. So yeah, it works well for us to get around the farm with. Easy to work on. We've got these small motors in them, the 2.5 4-liter. Now that I've rebuilt this thing, I know exactly how it works and what all goes into it. So if it breaks down, I'm able to fix most of what happens to it, which is nice. So yeah, that's why we like these Jeeps. And they're lower impact on the pastures as opposed to like a pickup truck. They don't weigh as much. They're pretty light vehicles, so it's nice to have. Nice to have around. All right. It's interesting that this one was stuck open. In the open position, so I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this new one will make a difference. Okay, good morning. André and Benny here. We're in the backfield here checking on the cows, see if we can find them. I moved them back here yesterday because this spot is very nice with a lot of shade, decent grass. The grass back here is not the best out of everything that we have, but I'll show you here in a minute what I mean by that. But there's still decent grass. There's a lot of tree cover, so they eat the leaves of the trees as well. There's a lot of variety back here, which is nice. But looks like we found first group. I have to note that usually I fence them off so they don't get in this creek area that we have running down here. You can see down there, there's a bit of a creek, and they're all standing in it right now. But because it's so hot, I decided to give them access to this area because it's a lot cooler down here as opposed to up on the hill. So, you know, it's not ideal, and they'll only be here for another day or two. So
you gotta move them again?
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you gotta make some compromises to make sure that the animals are safe and healthy and can stay cool. So
not thirsty.
we'll walk through there in a minute and I'll show you what I mean.
And
how cool it is down there. But
And full
so I have this field split in half, somewhat in, I guess, in half. We just got a single hot wire running to split it, and then here's their water down here under the trees. This water comes all the way from the barn, from the event barn up there. There's a hydrant, so, and it's on a float valve, so it'll shut off whenever it's full. But everything looks good down here. Let's walk down through the bottom here and I'll show you why I decided to give him this spot. Ooh, we gotta see if we can find some blackberries.
Watch out for the thorns.
I know. So look at here. I mean, it's nice and cool down here. Even in the heat of the day, you come down here and it's super nice. Oh, here's a blackberry.
Watch out, Daddy.
Hmm?
Watch out.
What?
You almost tripped.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming.
So you can see the cows have been down here.
You can kind of see their tracks.
You can see their tracks down there, yeah. Now again, it's not ideal. Ideally you want to fence them out of this so they don't destroy your creek, but these are extenuating circumstances.
We gotta do it.
We're trying to keep them cool. Here's one culprit.
And I need a bath somehow.
Hey buddy. How you doing?
Hello.
See if we can find some more blackberries.
I'm gonna stay here watching the cow.
Okay. So yeah, they're all down here, which is a good sign, the fact that they're staying cool down here. Hey babies, hey, little ones.
I just grabbed a stick.
Look at that mama down there, hiding under the trees. Looks comfortable down there. So yeah, this is all nice and shady. Sort of a paradise down here for them. So the key is obviously not to leave them here for too long. So we'll probably just keep them here for another day or two and then move on to the next section. Hey girl. So this is what I mean by this field not being the best. There's a lot of these thorn bushes here. And we'll come through here after the cows move out and chop this down with the bush hog just to get this knocked down and get the better grasses to pop up. So how you doing?
Hot?
Yeah, it's very hot. Oh look, here's some more blackberries. Laka laka.
If you guys live in Kentucky, I recommend staying in the air conditioning as long as you can.
Yeah, it's pretty hot today. It's gonna be hot tomorrow. It's gonna be hot on Saturday. It's supposed to start quote unquote cooling down by Monday, but I don't know. We'll see. This is our high tensile fence. It's our boundary, farm boundary back here, but looks like it needs to be tightened a little bit loose. Good morning. Hi. You can see that's where that's the 3-strand fence there. But yeah, half of the group is up here and half the group is down there. Here's some of the calves. Hey guys, good morning. Hello, Eva. Hi, hey girl.
Did we ever take the cows to the processor?
Yeah, we do. There's one of the ones we treated for pink eye, the one with the yellow backwards tag
Yeah.
looking at us.
Yeah.
They gave him some medicine in his
One of his eyes is
one eye.
closed.
That's the one they gave medicine to.
Ooh. And the other one?
Hmm.
Ooh, where's the other one?
The other one that we treated?
Yeah.
She's probably down there with the rest of the group. But yeah, there's still quite a bit of grass here that they can pick through. There's some weeds too, but the cool thing about grazing is they'll eat pretty much everything if it's in the right growth state, I guess. If it's too mature, they won't touch it. But this stuff is ironweed. We've got a lot of this coming up in some of the fields, so I'll just try to knock this down as best we can. Ooh, some more blackberries. Benny and I just have to go finish feeding the shrimp, and then yeah, I think we're gonna focus on trying to stay indoors as much as we can today. I'll probably catch up on some invoices and computer work. And yeah, thanks for coming along this week. We appreciate you following along what we're doing, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.